Hello, and Randy here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 on Arkansas here. And since last episode, we've finished up the sugar beet harvest here, everyone. Yes, well, not sugar beets, I'm sorry, red beets. Red beet harvest. I always, sugar beets, red beets. Anyway, got the red beets finished here. Let's just say when these fields were like really close to being just like plowed under. That's how well the red beet harvest went here, everyone. Just problem after problem after problem after problem. Oh my goodness, everyone. This was absolutely probably one of the most nightmare fields I've ever harvested here with at least AI help anyway. It just was not going good. A couple things probably my fault. Well, at least one thing anyway. One thing was probably my fault. I don't know about the rest. The rest probably not so much my fault. I suppose you could maybe argue maybe there's some settings somewhere I could tweak and change. I'm not sure what, but maybe only one thing that I did wrong that I should have switched. Well, even with that being said, the one thing I did technically have wrong should have still worked. It shouldn't have mattered. And just, well, we'll get into that here in maybe a few minutes. But field is finally done. We're finally done with the beet harvester here. Obviously, we just straight up sold all the beets. Trucks, actually, I'm not even sure. Are the trucks not here? I thought they were here. Oh, yeah, they are. They're parked there. Just in the fog. You can't see it. Speaking of the fog, by the way, let's crank time up here a little bit. Get rid of this fog here. Nobody wants to work in this fog. It's so stinking thick. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Yeah, goodbye, fog. It actually went pretty quick. Yeah, the fog on this map, as you folks can probably tell, no joke. It is really, really thick. Also, got some other good news here today as well, everyone. So obviously the last, I think a couple weeks now, I've been complaining I have not been able to get Course Play and Auto Drive to work right with the mouse pointer. Well, guess what? It is working right today. I figured out what was going wrong. Turns out it was actually my mouse. Yeah, I did not guess that one either. I thought it was something with the game going on. Turns out it was the mouse button on my mouse was not working. I guess it goes to show you folks how often I use the, so the middle click obviously brings up the mouse pointer, right, everyone? It wasn't working. Yeah. And I guess, what else do you use the middle mouse button on, right? I'm trying to think. I don't know, you folks have to help me out. What else do you use your middle mouse button on? The scroll wheel, of course, right? So the scroll wheel button on your mouse, what do you use that for? I know open up new tabs. But outside of that, yeah, I'm not sure. I can't think of anything else I use that for. And so that's why I never realized that the middle mouse button on my mouse was not working. And I don't open up a whole lot of new tabs typically. So, but yeah, this weekend happened to be like, how come I can't open tabs in my browser? What the heck is going on here? Click the mouse button like, okay, is this, what? Finally realized, oh, mouse isn't working. So I got a brand new mouse here today. Exact same as what I have been using. So for the longest time, I've been running the Corsair M65 mouse here. Couldn't tell you folks how long I've been running. I think I've been running these mice for about as long as they've been out. The Corsair M65 line. I don't know if they even make the Corsair M65 anymore. They still sell it. So I presume they still make it. But yes, running a brand new mouse here today. Ooh, this is not, wait a minute, like this is not, it's funny looking potatoes. This is not the potato field. We gotta go one more field down here. That is the soybeans. That'll be the last crop to harvest. Kind of funny that the soybeans are the last crop to harvest. That just doesn't quite seem right to me, but hey, anyway. So yeah, like I said, I'm quite pleased with that. I'm as pleased as you can be anyway, I guess. The disappointing thing, everyone, is a couple weeks ago here, my old mouse stopped working. Well, it didn't completely stop working. It was like adding extra clicks. Like I'd click, and instead of one click, I'd get a double click or a triple click, which was starting to get really annoying. So I got a brand new mouse, a Corsair M65. I put that mouse on, everyone, and apparently that new mouse, the middle mouse button, something's wrong with it. It doesn't work all the time. It works some of the time, everyone, but it doesn't work all the time, and it doesn't work right. So, yeah, this weekend here, I happened to realize that. I'm like, oh, what the heck's up with this? So I went and, yeah, got another brand new mouse. So another Corsair M65. This one's just like slightly different. It is still the M65, but it's the M65 like RGB instead of the regular. It's what they had. So I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. be honest, I don't really care. I think the other one had RGB too, as far as I know, but this one's actually like listed as RGB. I think that gives you more FPS, right, Evan? Anyway, getting into the beet harvest, Evan. Obviously, we're starting the potato harvest here this episode. Getting into the beet harvest, Evan. Nothing but nightmares on that field. So we were using auto drive, a hired worker in auto drive to harvest, right? Well, but auto drive kept quitting. I don't know why, but auto drive on the grain cart just kept quitting. He would fill up and then could not find his way to the unload point. You know, you'd start him up again, and next time around he'd stop again. Couldn't find it. Like, yeah, I finally got so sick of that it was getting annoying. I wasn't like, just you couldn't make any progress because every time you turned around, auto drive was like, can't find my way to the waypoint. Even though you turn him right back on, you didn't move him at all. He'd go right to the waypoint. Like, really? So I don't know what was going on with that one, but that was super annoying. So finally had enough of that. Like, fine, screw it. I've been saying for a while now I was going to go to course play. I switched it over to course play. Got course play going on the harvester and course play on the grain cart. So then got that all set up, Oven. And that's, let's just say we had all kinds of problems there as well. Course play, couple things. First off, I had the self-unload on the harvester still turned on yet. Technically, that really shouldn't have been a problem, right? I'm like, okay, the harvester should have just self-unloaded instead of using the cart. Well, for some reason, I'm on course play when it went to self-unload, kept getting stuck by the trucks. I don't know why, but it would not, yeah. Got stuck by the trucks every time. So he would unload and then wouldn't go any further. And the annoying part of it is he would unload, right? Like, course play would go drive to the trucks, unload, and then quit because it was stuck, or so it thought. So I finally realized, oh, I got the self-unload on. Okay, so turn off the self-unload, and that should get the cart working, right? Then I don't remember what happened next. That still did not solve all the issues. I still had problems with... Oh, then it was back to auto drive again. So I didn't have a whole lot of problems with course play other than the self-unloading part. That was definitely course play's fault. Again, I should have had it turned off. It really shouldn't have had that on in the first place, probably because I had a cart there, right? But regardless, the self-unload should have worked. It did not. And then it turned out auto driving. So auto drive driving the trucks was getting stuck in the unload point. I don't know why, and we've actually, I think I've caught that on camera a couple times now where the trucks have gotten stuck inside the sell point here. So yeah, that was this grain barge. Yeah, grain barge terminal 1 going through the terminal building there. They get stuck inside there. Just constantly getting stuck. Yeah. I don't know why, but apparently auto drive did not want us to harvest red beets. Auto drive was very, very much against it, apparently, for some reason. So, but anyway, we finally got it done, everyone. It took so long, we're into the month of September now, everyone. And it's not because I slept through the night, everyone. It is because it took that long to harvest the red beets. I keep calling them sugar beets, the red beets. It took us that long to harvest the red beets, everyone. Yeah. That was not a whole lot of fun. So anyway, we're on to more fun and games. What? No, why? Wait, what? Why are you turning that way? Come on, steering assist. No. What the tarnation? You know what? Fine. Screw you. I'll just keep driving myself here. I don't know why the steering assist is trying to drive off the field, but yeah, we got on the straight line. Does that work? Okay, that's better. I suppose, speaking of cart, I should probably go get a cart here. And now, question is, what cart do we need? We're unloading on... Oh, we're unloading on the opposite side here, aren't we? Right? Let me go check the, harvester, everyone. Yes, because this unloads... Well, it's not going to let me do it well right now, is it? Okay. This one lets me unload on the left side. The potato is on the right. That means I'm going to need the Amity cart for this one then. And I'm probably going to want to pull that with the 9RX here. Don't mind me just tabbing through all my equipment. Bergman cart, by the way, worked really good with Courseplay. No complaints with that. Actually worked really good with auto drive as well, with the exception of the fact that for some reason, again, auto drive can never find its way to the unload point, at least the first time. All you had to do was turn it back on, and then he was good to go. But it was just, every time you had to go turn him back on. And, it gets super annoying. I mean, I think I've told you folks what I like to do sometimes, especially on these longer harvests. A lot of times what I'll do, get the harvest going. Okay, dinner time. I'll go have dinner, and then I'll come back, right? Hopefully while I'm going to dinner, hopefully auto drive, Courseplay, whatever it is getting some work done, right? Nope, not in this case, I go to dinner, come back, and auto drive is nope, a whole lot of nope. Courseplay unload one time, and then it's where it would sit. They'd be done. And then same thing, not quite as bad with maybe Courseplay, but same thing with Courseplay was running too as well. And again, this goes back to auto drive's fault, so it wasn't actually Courseplay, so I'm not sure why I'm saying really Courseplay here. But auto drive's fault, go have dinner, come back, and then auto drive was all stuck inside of the grain barge terminal. Now, what's really weird with this, Evan, is when I was running AI worker on the harvester, on the beet harvester, and then auto drive on the cart, and then of course auto drive on the trucks, I didn't have that problem. I was not having problems with auto drive getting stuck in the grain barge terminal. I didn't have problems with the grain barge terminal until I switched over to using Courseplay on the beet harvester and Courseplay on the cart. Now, what does that have to do with the grain barge terminal and auto drive? I have no idea, but yeah. Let's just say it was fun harvest. Fun harvest. So much fun, in fact, that it spanned 2 days. We started it in the month of August, and then we finished up the month of September here. Now, obviously, we're not too late in the day here. Although I say not too late, I think we're like 2 hours into... Well, actually, no, we're more than 2 hours. No idea how many hours. We're quite a few hours. At some point during the night, it did skip time on me. I don't know why, but we went from, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night or something to like 6 o'clock the next morning. So we harvested for like 2 hours in the month of September, I think it was, because, what was it, like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock when we started this episode? Okay, hopefully this potato harvester's high enough. It looks a little suspicious to me, everyone. Ooh, this looks like it should work. It should work. All right. I like the looks of that. Oh, in that case, well, let's maybe see if we can get some auto drive set up here then. What field is this? Field 65, eh? Field 65. So field 65, truck weight, do I not have any courses? I could be wrong, but I don't think I actually see any courses for this. Okay then. I want 63. Okay, I do for 63 apparently. Okay, but nothing for 65. Good to know. Well, we might have to record some here this episode here then. Let me get a truck over here as well. You know what? I better be careful. I think the truck parks. No, I think the truck's actually further up there, isn't it? I think so. Okay, trucks. While I tab around here again on this, at least I've had courses for truck weight. Yeah, actually, I think we gotta leave that the way it is. I don't believe we can store potatoes in our silo system, which would make sense, right? Oh, the mouse pointer works again. All right, Evan. Oh, I can't tell you folks how annoying that was, Evan. Again, turns out the middle click mouse button on my mouse was not working correctly. It did work, Evan. It just did not work correctly. And I did not realize that. Well, until I got the new mouse, and then I'm playing in Farming Simulator, I'm like, oh, my mouse problems are solved. And look at that. I can click the switch again. Oh, yes. Speaking of click to switch, to the harvester we go. We might at some point switch this over, use course play as well on this. We'll see once everyone, but at least for on camera this episode, I figure we're going to stick with auto drive here. Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, maybe what I should do, we're going to use course play. I don't have courses for this field set up for auto drive. I should just go over to the other field. We got course play or auto drive routes already. See how it works first. Although creating an unload route is not really that bad. It's pretty quick. We'll just stay on this field then, I guess. It's not that bad. Well, it feels like we're making some good progress here. We're almost all the way around the field. Just got to finish up this straight edge here along the top. Oh, and it occurs to me too, probably should check and see once how our greenhouses and factories and all that good stuff is looking here. Yeah, greenhouses should be doing their thing, I would think. Shouldn't have to worry about these too much. Which one is this one doing? This one's, okay, doing the Napa cabbage. Apparently the one is enough, isn't it? Because this one is full for the most part. Looks like we're looking good at the grain mill. We got the wheat going on and the canning factory. I think we're out of rice. Are we out of rice? I think we're out of rice, aren't we? Oh, let's see. Long grain rice. Well, we'll go check that here in a minute. Once we turn around here. Wow, this thing does not respond well to steering here. What the heck? There we go. Okay. Do we have long grain rice? That answer would appear to be a solid no. Okay, then. That being said, our rice is ready to harvest. Okay, so I should probably get started on that here. We'll save that for next episode, everyone. So yes, next episode we probably should start on the rice as well. We'll just enjoy potatoes here this time around, right? I mean, who doesn't like potatoes, right? I'm like some good mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, scalloped potatoes, cubed potatoes, potato soup. Trying to think what else. What else can we do with potatoes? I mean, besides the obvious, you know, French fries and potato chips and all that good stuff. Unlike some good potatoes there, if you ask me, one. Especially getting to the colder weather for the year here. Nothing like a nice warm plate of mashed potatoes and gravy and, you know, whatever else you might be having. Or maybe nothing like a summer cookout. Some good burgers and hot dogs and some potato chips. Or some good McDonald's with some of their fries. Okay, maybe not the good McDonald's part of it. I mean, I don't know. Does McDonald's make any good burgers? Maybe we'll go Culver's, Evan. I don't know. Does everyone know what Culver's is? I don't know if Culver's is a national chain or not, but one of the more popular like burger restaurants around where I live, Evan, is probably Culver's. Boy, in fact, I might argue they might even be the most popular. I'm trying to think of anyone that would be busier, Evan. There possibly is, Evan, but nothing comes to mind as far as restaurants, as far as like chain restaurants anyway, that would be busier than Culver's, and with probably good reason. Pretty hard to beat a good Culver's burger, butter burger. Okay, we are almost full again, and I should probably do something with this cart, shouldn't I? Where's my trucks? It's fields. Did I do the wrong field? Ah, I did. 63. 63, yes, okay. I kind of need the truck to like be at the waypoint so I know where to record the unload route at here. You know what? Well, might as well finish filling up at least. Now we can always unload ourselves. At least with the potato harvester, I mean, it has a little bit of a capacity. I don't think it's quite as much as the beet harvester. But it does have some capacity to it, so that's good. Unlike the tow-behind beet harvester, I mean, the tow-behind beet harvester is absolute murder. For those of you who've used it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That thing is just brutal. And we are in the way. That's all I was afraid of. I knew the routes came through here somewhere. I didn't think they were quite that far over, but probably not supposed to actually be that far over either, is it? Oh, yeah, okay, it's probably not as far over, or not as far out as I thought it was. Okay. Ah, yes, look at all the lovely potato chips in here, and French fries, and crinkle fries, and oh, Arby's fries, everyone. There, now we're talking. Arby fries. Now, I'd argue when it comes to fries, Evan, at least as far as like fast food chains are concerned, I think Arby's probably has one of the better fries, in my opinion. Now, if I had to choose, actually, just like, if you want to go like a classic fry, just your classic fry, I would argue McDonald's probably actually is one of the better classic fries of them. But overall, I still like Arby fries are hard to beat. Arby's curly fries. But then, yeah, after that, like I said, if you had to choose like regular, your regular, you know, old-fashioned French fry, probably McDonald's, Evan. I'm not going to say anything about the burgers. That might be a whole other story. Although, in fairness, Evan, for those of you who ever have their good burgers, those are actually pretty good. That being said, you're probably going to be looking at like a $20 meal there if you go get their good burger. Their was it quarter pounder? Their quarter, I think it's something like that, whatever it is. It's been a while since I've had McDonald's, Evan, so they've got a cheaper burger, and then they've obviously got a better burger. Their cheaper burger, as you can imagine, is, well, their usual cheap burger, but and they do have a better one as well. And actually, as far as, like, if you want a good burger, Evan, go to Burger King. Burger King has some pretty good burgers yet. Like, you want a good classic burger, Evan. Pretty hard to beat Burger King, if you ask me. Not sure how we got on the topic of burgers here, but hey. I am definitely, would consider myself a burger guy. Nothing like a good burger, in my opinion. Well, let's see if we can load up some comments here a moment. I haven't seen what you folks had to say here for last episode. Again, reminder, always enjoy reading all your comments, so if you got something to say, throw it down below. Let's see what's here. There we go. And just a reminder, too, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. If you'd like to join us on our multiplayer servers, you can find that information down below as well. And if you'd like to catch some more RDAllen content, particularly the multiplayer content, you can find that over on Twitch, RDAllen on Twitch. Okay, starting off with the first comment here from Christopher. Christopher was saying, good video. Hey, thank you very much for that. Always appreciated. Bon Brook was saying, great video as always. Hey, thank you very much for that as well. He also says, learn a lot from your videos. What do you do after your videos? Do you play a different save game? No, I do not. I only have, well, I shouldn't say I only have one save game. I only have one active save game that I'm actually like playing. Typically, sometimes I do have more than one, but most of the time, when it comes to like playing, what you folks see is the save game I am playing. Like, I don't typically go and play on a different map off camera, usually. Now, of course, we do have a multiplayer server, so that multiplayer server does have a different map on it. But as far as single player is concerned, everyone, this is, yeah, what you folks see is what I'm playing. What? Come on now. What is up with the steering on this thing here? Do I have to have this, like, perfectly aligned? Apparently I do. Gotta have it perfectly aligned on the line. Otherwise, it just, like, veers way off course. Jake was saying, Boss Baby says, more slime in the fields. Yes. Yeah, of course she would. Of course she would. Speaking of the Boss Baby, she is up. She is running around here. I don't know if you've heard her on the camera yet or not, but she is running around the place here. She's not making a whole lot of noise here, so you folks probably haven't heard her, but like I said, she is around. Check out the real life videos, by the way, if you want to see more of the Boss Baby. I think she's starting to make more of an appearance in the videos here lately. Now that she's getting a little bit older and you're walking and running around and all that good stuff. She does tend to, like I said, show up every so often, shall we say. Okay, it looks like the truck is there. So, speaking of truck, where's the other truck? The other truck was moving. Yeah, the other truck moved, Emma. Why did it? There we go. Go through the trees. There we go. Perfect. Oh, man. Mouse button working. Oh, so much better. So much better. Yeah, I'm going to have to see if I can send that other mouse back, everyone, because that was a brand new Corsair mouse, everyone. It never even occurred to me that that was potentially the problem, everyone. And like I said, how often do you folks use middle click, right? So I never realized that the middle click on my mouse was not working until this past weekend here, and I'm trying to open up another browser tab, which, for those of you who don't know, middle clicking will open a link in a new tab in a browser, right? And it's like, man, this just... it works, but it's not working right. Getting kind of annoying. So it's like, you know what? Screw it. Get another mouse. We'll get another one. And then, yep, no, that solves the middle click problem. And then, well, it turns out, apparently that was the problem in the game here as well. Okay, let's, go ahead and get the kart course. Actually, I should be far enough away. Should be far enough away here. Go and get this kart course set up here. Oh, this is going to have to be a backwards course, isn't it? Because, yeah, it's kind of annoying now because this kart unloads on the opposite side of a normal grain cart. Boy, all these beet potato harvesters, they're getting kind of annoying now because the potato harvester unloads on the opposite side of normal harvesters. The tow-behind beet harvester unloads on the opposite side, but the self-propelled beet harvester unloads on the regular side. I don't know. I'm curious. I should go look through the other harvesters, see if there's any other oddities with that. But anyway. Okay, let's hit the record button here on auto drive. Oh, there is. Oh, yeah, okay. So there's a route. But it is the wrong way, isn't it? So I'm going to have to record anyway. Field. No, I don't want that attached. Okay, we'll have to unattach that here. Waypoint field 63 beat weight. Oh, actually, you know what? Tractor weight beat. We'll do it that way. Yeah, that works. Start recording here. Let's disconnect that. There we go. Oh, so much better than the mouse working too now. I've been recording routes here way better. I think I only recorded maybe one route when the mouse wasn't working, and that was just an absolute nightmare trying to record a route with a mouse that's not working right. Again, I didn't realize at the time it was the mouse, but I thought maybe something in the game was not working right. Am I close enough? Yes, I am. Perfect. Now, fun part of it is I got to make sure I am on the right waypoint. Looks like I am. Okay. So field 63. Tractor unload. Beat. And I know we're doing potatoes that one, but this one, I'll know what it means. I believe I've got a couple other beat ones already, so. Let's look at that. Connect that one to that one, and we are good to go. So field 63, tractor wait beat. Field 63, tractor unload beat. Turn that off. Turn that on. To the harvester. There it is. Got to select the course here. Bam. And we are ready. I think my pipe belt conveyor, whatever you want to call it, is out already. Actually, can you put it away on this one? I don't know if you can or not. I think it always stays out like that, doesn't it? I guess we'll find out. Once he unloads, I'll put it away, or try to. And I just looked over at the time of it. It is unfortunately time to wrap it up already. So on that note, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And till next time.